Alright, let's start card number 2. This time I cut down a 4x6 pre-made card to a 4x4 shape, and then I went ahead and pre-stitched and pre-cut a pattern paper square to fit on top of this. Don't be afraid to cut down your cards. They will still fit inside the envelope, and sometimes I want a square card rather than a rectangle square. This pattern paper is from American Crafts, so we're going to do same of the basic steps that we did last time. So again, I cut a Tim Holtz shape from my die cut, but I trimmed off the top edge. And I'm going to ink the edges with this brown stamping ink. And then I'm going to adhere this to my card with the rounded at the top, the rounded part of the die cut at the top. Okay, and I've done the same thing by using the Inkadinkado masking paper. I have stamped a different house image from this Hero Arts stamp set onto the masking paper. And just peel off that back section and save that blue non-sticky part so you can use it again. And we're going to center this on here. And I've actually decided that I want to do a background stamp on here, so I'm going to remove this. I almost always use removable adhesive at first because I just want to make sure that I can make changes, which I often do. So I want to center that just a smidgen better. Alright, and for this background stamp, I'm using another stamp by Hero Arts. It's a Friend text stamp. Text stamps are really great for subtle backgrounds, and I'm going to ink that with some tan ink. Just make sure you ink all over the stamp. And we're going to do what we did last time, and we're going to center this upside down on the pad. Okay, once it's in place, just use your fingers or a roller to make sure that text is getting on that image. Go over it a couple of times. Okay, now gently peel it up. And you can see that it's just a really, really subtle background, which I like. Okay, let's go ahead and put this back on my card front. It's okay to make mistakes. I make them all the time, and sometimes you get into a design and you see something that you wanted to do that you didn't realize that you wanted to do. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off my mask, and I'm going to put it back on the blue non-sticky back so that I can use this again. And I store these masks that I've made inside the packaging with the stamp so that I can use it at any point. So then I've used the exact same Copic markers to color that stamped image. I am also going to link you to just regular markers and stamp markers in the store so that you can add and use whatever markers that you have on hand. So there we have that. And now I'm going to add a border of that same glittered pattern paper to the bottom of this card. Okay, and now I want to show you how you can add some shine to this particular card. Okay, before I show you how to add shine, I want to stamp the sentiment inside of the card. You want to do this before you do anything messy, or else you are going to get your messy stuff everywhere. So I'm just going to add the little sentiment. I like that the stamp set comes with images and sentiments. And I've decided that I want to dress it up with some ribbon. So I have some brown ribbon, and I'm just going to lift the pattern paper square up that I've pre-stitched. And if you have done this separately, this will be much easier to do. And then we're just going to tie this into a bow. Scooch it up a little bit. And then you can straighten your bow and trim off the excess. Okay, now one way that you can add shine to a project is with stickles. And if you haven't tried stickles yet, I suggest that you get some and try them. When you're buying stickles, they come in a variety of different colors. I chose this particular one is called Icicle. It has kind of a gold tint to it when you put it on. You will notice as you buy them and you want to do some research about the colors that you like, and then start with just some basics. I'd stick with something glittered, either in a clear silver or gold tone, since that's what you want to glitter with typically. Okay, it just has a teeny little tip, and you don't need a lot, and you can spread it as you go. So as you squeeze, squeeze gently but firmly, and just start with a little, and you can move it around as you like. So just like I did with the glossy accents, you just start pushing some out, and then I just kind of drag and pull as I go. But you can see that it's adding a little bit of glitter and shine to my project. I love it, and it will dry a little bit three-dimensional, which is even prettier. So just add it to the snow areas. Just continue going around your card. And then this stickles take a while to dry, so set it somewhere where it can dry. I usually let it dry overnight, or else if you stick it anywhere else, that glittery glue is just gonna spread onto every part of your project, which you really don't want to have happen. Just use that tip to pull and manipulate where you want that glitter to go. Okay, so there you can see I've added a little bit of shine. And another way to add shine is I stuck up on glitter stickers, and we're just going to add, I usually add a large, a medium, and a small to my projects. So there you have our second holiday card making card.